Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can, and I continue with Vampyr Blind. Now, last time I was wasted completely a couple of times by a boss in the basement here, and I think I'm too weak to currently confront it, so I decided that I'm going to go out and try to do something else in the meantime to gather more experience, and I will return later. Hopefully it will not screw anything. Because, for example, I think I should be able to kill the two thugs in one of the buildings over here, if I am careful enough. Although, incidentally, they have also managed to kill me a couple of times before, but they are significantly weaker than the boss, at the very least, so I think it is doable, you know, stopping them is doable, and it might give me some loot or something. Like, surely that they are in this building for a reason, right? Drink Cavendish Scotch Whiskey, Blue Parrot Ale and Stout. Okay, so it's some advertisement for alcohol. But the people I was talking about are here. Behind this door. Okay, I think it worked out okay. So, what did they have? Bag of junk, bottle of alcohol, common handle part, some bullets, and a survey mission. 25th of October, from Guard of Priwen command post to East End patrols. Object, vampire activity in the hospital, survey, investigate. 3 days ago, one of our new recruits has heard a rumor about the presence of a female vampire hiding in the Pembroke Hospital, London East End. All we have is her first name, Thelma. Your mission is to discreetly go there and observe any suspicious activity concerning said leech. Then report directly back to us, and we will decide what action should be taken. Okay, so they believe she's a genuine vampire, but obviously that doesn't prove anything. But she herself was concerned about being hunted by the vampire hunters, so I guess I can at least you know, confirm that fear for her. Although that's an interesting question of whether you should. Because obviously if she is just a mentally ill person, then all that is going to do is distress her, and also further her own you know, further her own delusion as far as being a vampire is concerned. But I think I will, because if she is a vampire, then I guess she has a right to know that they are tailing her. Actually, I wanted to talk with one of the guys.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland. And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
But I don't think it's this one, because one of them has made a mistake that resulted in killing a patient.
Dr. Strickland.
You know, a medical mistake. I've discovered that in the morgue. Can I do anything?
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
Now, okay, this guy needs fatigue medicine, so...
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
Don't waste your time with me.
I think I have enough materials to actually craft a couple of those, so I will. But first, am I looking for this guy?
I'm quite busy right now, Dr. Reed.
Apparently not.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
I think it's Corcoran, but also one of the nurses.
Good evening, Dr. Tippets.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
Well, not exactly, if that is you. Yeah, about your medical error.
Corcoran, I want you to tell me about Mr. Connor. How did he die? What happened?
He was my patient. He died because of my mistake. That's the blunt truth.
Who was this patient?
I don't know. Some sick man from the docks, maybe a fisherman. I had no time to talk with him. No one claimed a body.
Okay, I'm not going to say why not stop practicing, because provided it was a genuine mistake that he can learn from and improve, even if it's, you know, horrible that a person died because of his mistake, I'm not sure if necessarily that should end his medical career forever, especially during an epidemic where every doctor is, you know, especially important.
What was the nature of the mistake?
It was a twofold error. My diagnosis was wrong, and the administered dosage was too strong.
But I seemingly cannot... Okay, maybe I will go back to this.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippets.
Let's talk with the nurse as well, because there was a nurse assisting him, but I don't remember which one.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Oh, did I not ask about this?
Pippa, I know you're very close to Milton Hooks.
Yes, Milton Hooks is my man. If you want to report me for that, just feel free, Doctor.
I have no intention of reporting you, Nurse Hawkins, but are you aware of the risks?
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse anymore. But here at the Pembroke, we break rules all the time.
Is he worth the risk?
Hey, I'm no perfect woman, and Milton is not the finest bloke, but we do our best to get by. That's all any of us can hope for nowadays.
To be honest, I don't understand why the game is so hung up on the possibility of me reporting them for fraternizing in the workplace, whereas the actual reason I would like to report them and possibly even fire them is them extorting people for money. That's kind of weird how I'm not given an option to expose them for that, but maybe I can if I talk to Dr. Swansea later.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
Okay. Oh, right, yeah.
Milton cheats patients out of their money at this hospital, Pippa. Are you his accomplice?
Yes, I am.
Is this your definition of being useful? By abusing the sick and poor?
No. It is my definition of getting out of this useless life once and for all.
Whose idea was it?
What difference does it make? We did it together, and I'm guilty as charged.
Answer my question.
It was my idea first, even though Milton would say it was his, to protect me.
Why do you do it?
Why not? Most of the sick who paid for a bed are already dead, or will be soon. Don't you see the futility of all this?
What? That's deranged. Like, how is that a defense? Somebody is dying and you're extorting him out of money, and your defense is that he will die soon anyway, so you extorting him out of money is not wrong? Like, what? How can she justify that? Like, that's kind of disgusting. Like, don't get me wrong, I understand that they are poor, and she said she wants a way out of, you know, of this life, but how is that those people that they are extorting are poor as well and also dying? So I find it to be disgusting, and I intend to get them fired for that, not for having a relationship in the workplace, and not certainly not for having a mixed race relationship, because I don't care, and I don't think you should. Like, anyone who cares about race mixing is disgusting, and in fact it's kind of like weird to me how in the 21st century you still have people that are somehow you know, that are somehow angered at the thought of you marrying or you know, outside of your own race. They see it as some kind of a betrayal, as if me being a white man gives me any kind of claim on what white women do with their lives, or, you know, whichever other way you would interpret it, you know, with black people being angry at black women for getting with white men, or the other way around. Like, it's ridiculous. But extorting people for money at a hospital, that is disgusting, and I would like to end that.
How can you be affected by the misery around you and be so heartless at the same time?
Right?
Which is the real you, Nurse Hawkins?
I could ask you the same question, Dr. Reed. Are you more real when you lie to a dying patient, or when you grant him useless medication?
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Okay, so she's not the nurse that's responsible for the mistake. That's not this one
That's
either.
all for now, Nurse Crane, thank you.
So I guess it's the third one, but I'm not quite sure where to look for her.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good
No,
evening, Dr. Reed.
I just talked with her.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
I find it a little annoying how it doesn't display their names before I talk to them. I guess this does, but it's a little unwieldy. Okay, let's talk to her and tell her about the vampire hunters.
I wonder what you're like.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
Tell me, Thelma, what do you really know about vampires?
I saw one and he saw me. I watched him hunt and kill. I saw his terrible wounds heal as his victim died. And then I knew I was saved.
You mean you actually saw a vampire? Here in London?
Yes, and it has been the answer to my pain. I must drink and kill to regenerate my decaying body. I am a vampire too.
Yeah, the problem is I'm not sure. I'm kind of, you know, more on the side of her being delusional because of the weird role play that she's doing with the other guy. Like, I think people would notice. Although I guess she is actually drinking his blood, just very little. But maybe she is an actual vampire. Like, that's still an open possibility. The guard of Priven certainly thought so.
You have no idea what problems your claim could cause if heard by the wrong people, Miss Howcroft. You must stop this nonsense now.
Why fear the truth? Strange things live in the dark, Dr. Reed. Strange and ancient beings that were here before this island even had a name.
Tell me, Thelma, why do you feel so attached to Mr. Elwood? Why him?
I'm not sure, Doctor. I think we have a bond of some sort. We've both suffered so much. He's the only mortal I find interesting.
Would you say you and Mr. Elwood are romantically involved?
No. No, Thomas is a delicate soul. Even though he disguises it. But I am not the woman he needs. No, for I am a vampire, Doctor.
Sure.
Do you plan to make him a vampire too?
Of course not. How could I inflict my curse on anybody else? I'm not that cruel, Doctor.
Okay. So I apparently cannot tell her about the Guard of Priwen. Okay.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
What your last thoughts would be, sir?
So, where is the last nurse? Because I want to question her about her role in that medical mistake that that led to the death of one of the patients. This is a gang member.
Hey, Doc.
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
When I get back, I'll have a word with Tom. He's really pissed me off this time.
Okay, where is the last nurse? I guess she must be inside, but overall the conversation system is a bit unwieldy. Like, I would prefer if it displayed the names when hovering, you know, above them. Instead I have to do this, which is kind of weird. Wait. There's a woman I have not talked to. Ah, because
It's locked.
this is locked and she's behind the door. Thelma, Thomas Elwood, Dorothy Crane. She's called Branagan, right? This guy is fatigued. I think I should be able to help with that. Where is that last nurse? Is she maybe upstairs? Okay, he's still busy.
It's locked, all right.
Well, let me go back to my quarters, I guess, for a bit, and try making some medicine. Because I think I can. Okay, I actually can't. I don't have sodium hypochlorite solution, but maybe okay, I can analyze that, which makes light blood serum. Okay, but maybe I can dismantle something. I can, but not necessarily giving me what I want. Okay, I need this sodium hypochlorite solution, but I'm not quite sure where to get it from. Okay, this is potentially significantly better than this knife. Actually, it's already better, because it has the same speed and a little more damage, although it takes away more stamina, I guess, but... Okay, I will stay with the knife for now, but soon enough it's probably wiser to switch. But still, where is the nurse? Did she disappear or something? Dorothy Crane, Pippa. I need a Gwynfreth? Gwyn something Branagan. Oh.
It's locked.
Wait, what? What's happening?
It's locked, all right.
I think I saw her. Like her marker on the map was visible for a bit, and there was a weird effect on the other side of the wall, but I have no idea what that was about. That's pretty weird overall, I would say.
So many deaths. And what of my own life?
You are going to reveal all your secrets to me.
It was like over here. Oh, Nurse Branagan, okay.
Good evening, Nurse Branagan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Tell me what Dr. Tippets did. I know his mistake caused a patient's death.
If I had not covered up his error, Dr. Tippets would have been fired from this hospital. I could not let that happen.
You can't allow your emotions to dictate your conduct concerning patients, Nurse Branagan.
Look around you, Dr. Reed. Do you really think we can afford to lose a brilliant practitioner like Dr. Tippets in our situation?
Well, if it was the kind of mistake, because obviously I am not a doctor myself, I don't know how those, because usually when a patient dies, well, usually or maybe even always, probably always, when a patient dies, especially because of a mistake, there's like what's called a mortality and morbidity conference, where they review the case, and you know, there's like a board of other doctors that reviews whether you've done, you know, whether you've done sufficient research into the case, and whether your conduct was in line with like the medical necessity of what you were supposed to do. So I guess there are cases in which a patient could die, potentially even because of your mistake, and you would not be fired. But obviously I can't differentiate that. I can only sort of rely on what the game itself tells me. If it was the kind of mistake that would get him fired, then perhaps he should be, of course. Of course, it's not like I want everyone to have a blank check on making fatal mistakes that kill people. I'm just recognizing that you know, it's not absolute either way. It's more of a case by case thing. Generally, especially, I don't think she should cover it up. You know, there should be. I'm sure at the time it probably wasn't as in depth. There wasn't. I doubt there was such an in-depth process of reviewing it. But she shouldn't cover it up. It should be, you know, discussed by other doctors, and they should determine whether it's an offense, whether it's a kind of mistake that warrants him getting fired or him getting, you know, his medical license revoked or something.
To clear Dr. Tippets' name must be the decision of Dr. Swansea. You can't take matters into your own hands.
I respect Dr. Swans's authority and management, but he's no idea what happens here on a daily basis. I did what I had to do.
Yeah, actually, I will reveal his error. Because I think I should. Like, it's not that I want him fired. I don't want it either way. I want sort of the necessary procedure to take place, and people who actually know what they are talking about, I want them to make that decision, because I'm sure there is a process for doing that, and the process is certainly not hiding that and pretending it didn't happen. So I won't promise that.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Okay, so what do I have to do?
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Goodbye, Milton.
What do I have left to do? Main quest. Find the ingredients, yeah. Sodium hypochlorite. That's in the morgue, where the boss is, which I can't take down for now. So I'm kind of screwed in that regard. There was a quest with, there was a tab. Oh right, this one. Okay, so this I already did, which is finding this guy's wallet. And this is the ingredients. This is cover for Dr. Tippet in exchange for his resignation. What? Why do I only have those two options? I specifically don't want to cover up for him. I want the necessary procedure to take place and determine whether he should be fired or have his medical license removed or something. So that's kind of weird, but oh well. Retrieve the knife. Find the local command post of the Guard of Priwen. Thelma Howcroft is a delusional patient at the Pembroke Hospital who is convinced that she is already dead or undead and trapped inside a rotting body. Despite her obvious mental issues, the woman claims she is being spied on by some men and women who want to hunt her down because she is a vampire. Is she referring to the Guard of Priwen? I can't take the risk of having these hunters investigate around the hospital. Maybe I should spy on them and protect Thelma from those hunters. Okay, so let's track that, I guess. And I guess it's portrayed by the head. Okay. So I guess the whole city is kind of open to me, which I perhaps should walk around more instead of staying here, because I'm not strong enough currently to deal with the boss in the morgue, which seems to suggest that I'm supposed to go around more, you know, and earn more experience. Okay, there's definitely something fishy going on in here. Ah, that's one of those skulls, right? Oh man. Okay, level 18. That's not going to happen anytime soon. So I'm kind of outmatched in that regard as well. What about you? Priwen rookie. Well, we'll see how much of a rookie that person is. Okay, I have very little idea of what I'm doing. And in fact, they all seem a little bit too strong for me. Like, I'm currently level 4 and dead. If you're not strong enough, remember that the blood of citizens is the fastest way to evolve. Yeah, I guess this is the sort of moral temptation of the game. I'm weak because I refuse to kill people, which I do refuse to do, generally speaking. Well, outside of combat, because I killed dozens of people, but not civilians, you know, not people that weren't trying to kill me. Okay, let's try again, though. Maybe I can get to that place without fighting them. Although, maybe, even if I can, I probably can't defeat whoever is in there, so... Yeah, this seems kind of pointless. Like... I guess let's look for the knife, maybe? See where that would be. Although that's kind of morbid, and in fact I am a little bit torn about the whole what to do with the gang leader, because in fact I also feel guilty because I totally misinterpreted the whole scene in which he apparently murdered someone for seeking revenge for another person that this guy has killed, and I didn't, I didn't have that great of a look at it, so I assumed he was getting beat up, which I guess technically he was.
Please, sir. I need help bad.
What's going on?
I'm Blight, sir. Newton Blight. I've lost my mate. Can't find him anywhere.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed from the Pembroke Hospital. Please, calm down and give me more details.
Oswald and myself were both infantry, sir. We were en route for the hospital, but we had a disagreement. And Oswald ran off towards the canal.
How long have you been searching for him?
I can't go there. Too many rats by the water. Fucking rats. Can't stand them since the war, sir. Can't stand them at all.
Don't be ashamed, Mr. Blight. Many soldiers who survived the trenches suffer from musophobia. I'll see what I can do for your friend.
Okay.
What can you tell me about yourself?
I'm Oswald's best friend. We served in the same regiment, sir. Taken care of each other since we came back from the front.
What can you tell me about your friend?
His name is Oswald Thatcher. We survived the war together. Oswald is nervous and quite fragile since we came back from the war.
This is a dangerous part of town. What are you doing here?
We were looking for the Pembroke Hospital. We both need help. Treatment, I mean. To get some sleep. Just need to feel better, sir.
Does he have PTSD? Because obviously at the time, that term didn't function. I think they called it shell shock by the time of First World War. And in fact, even well onto the Second World War, PTSD was treated as somewhat of a taboo subject in the military. Like, it was viewed as a cowardly as a cowardly problem for a soldier to struggle with, and certainly during the First World War, during the time of which, as I said, it wasn't even necessarily understood. But he says he needs help sleeping, and his general tone of voice and everything seems to suggest he might have some kind of a mental problem more than an injury.
Where was your friend the last time you saw him?
He went down by the canal. He didn't want to go to the hospital. I think he went to the sewers on purpose. So I couldn't go after him.
I have all the information I need for now. If I find anything out about your friend, I'll let you know as soon as I can.
Thank you, Dr. Reed.
Okay, I will go and look for him shortly, but first
It's locked,
I would like to find the guy's knife, even though I'm not sure if I should, and I'm not sure if I should have left him alive in the first place. But I feel kind of bad about killing him now. I'm kind of debating it with myself. Okay, it's pretty clear that the knife is down there, right? Although, maybe not. Interesting.
I said stay away, sir!
Okay, I read that. I guess it was somewhere else after all. Okay, I'm really weak. Actually, not even funny how weak I am. I guess let's try a pistol against the... What was it, a skull? I guess it was. Judging from the fact it used claws. Generally speaking, I'm next to worthless, which I guess is the price I pay for not killing people. Let's try again. Okay, this does next to nothing, though I guess you can at the very least feed and then use this. Am I dead? Okay, he healed as well, which is not great. And generally speaking, I feel very outclassed by all kinds of enemies. Which again, is probably the point. A large and beautiful knife with a name engraved on the blade.
This must be Clay Cox's knife. A fine blade. No wonder he wants it back.
I feel generally uneasy about this whole situation. Like, I'm literally giving a murderer a weapon back. Like, that's kind of fucked up when you really consider that.
It's locked.
So maybe I will kill him. Because, you know, he did kill one person right before my eyes, and the letter from his own wife has stated that he did that because that person that he killed sought revenge for yet another person he killed. So, like, I feel bad with the thought of killing him not in a fight, because obviously that would be an example. Frick, what am I even doing? I don't think I was supposed to go in here. I'm not even going to try and fight them. Killing him outside of combat would be kind of an example of lynching, right? Like, basically I'm assuming the role of an executioner, but I would much rather prefer to rat him out to the police, but the game has not made it clear that it's a possibility that exists. Well, I guess for now, let's give him the knife back in exchange for some experience.
Hey, Doc.
I can always murder him later.
I have found a gift from your wife.
In that case, you'll be properly rewarded, Doc. Clay Cox is a man of his word.
I hope that won't make me an accomplice to your future crimes.
Who knows what I might do now I feel invincible again.
I might kill you, actually. But I guess if I plan to do that, it's better to heal him first, because that will improve his blood quality.
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
Is this supposed to be an hospital? A pigsty would smell better.
So what else? Ah, right. I was supposed to go down to the sewers. I guess it's not in here. It's somewhere else. But I do want to go into the sewers and search for that missing guy. Especially because
it's locked,
he said that there are supposed to be rats, which I might feed on. Wait, but wasn't the guy... There was a corpse, right? There was a corpse in the sewers that I found before. Wasn't this this guy's friend, maybe? Wait. Where even is the entrance to the sewers? I have very little idea of what I'm doing. And it's kind of disconcerting to me. Could you tell me again?
Have you found Oswald?
Not yet, sir. I need more information first.
All right. What do you want to know?
Do you need medical attention, sir?
No thanks, sir. Unless you're able to get rid of every rat in London.
Where was your friend the last time you saw him?
He went down by the canal. He didn't want to go to the hospital. I think he went to the sewers on purpose. So I couldn't go after him.
I have all the information I need for now.
Thank you, Dr. Reed.
Okay, but I actually don't. Like, is it in here?
Enter.
And if so, how do I enter? Like, the door is locked. I'm kind of confused, generally speaking.
Another night with the glorious battalion of Pembroke.
Like, this is weird, because I would prefer just, you know, exposing him and going through the proper channels. Instead, I guess I have a choice between covering up for him and him resigning, and covering up for him and him not resigning, which is, like, I take issue with the covering up for him part. Not necessarily. I don't have any strong opinions on whether he should be fired or not, because I don't possess enough knowledge of the proper process. Like, was this a mistake he would be fired for? And if so, would that also equal his medical license being revoked, or could he get work as a doctor at another hospital? I don't know. Yeah, generally speaking, I have no idea what I'm doing, actually. Like, this is the main quest, and it seems I'm almost out of things to do other than that. So... generally, I'm kind of lost.
Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Hello again, Dr. Reed. I feel better already. Can I go soon?
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later. It's locked.
About the use of garlic and wooden stakes. Dear brothers, I must now draw your attention to the very important point. The use of garlic as protection against vampires. Let's be crystal clear on the subject. Garlic will never protect you against these creatures, no matter how fresh, or how strong, or how smelly. Garlic is totally useless as a defense. I can never say enough how damaging the novel of Bram Stoker has been. Of course, a population of Slavic countries place garlic cloves in coffins. Yes, of course, the inhabitants of Santorini Islands hang garlic on their windows. There would be so much to write about that place, and someday soon I hope to go back to the island to further explore its occult tradition, but that is not to protect the living from the devil. It is to tell the dead that they are aware of their malevolence. It is a symbol, nothing more and nothing less. So please, by all means, yes, wear garlic, show garlic, hang garlic, and tell the shadows that you are not afraid. But if you're looking for supernatural protection, you will have to search much deeper into the forgotten secrets of the occult tradition. For here is the truth, my fellow brothers. Garlic does not repel vampires, but all the fresh plants will hurt them, as if their body could not stand the presence of botanical elements. I have seen an enraged vulp flee when whacked with a rose. Yes, a simple rose. I have witnessed a violent Econ fall down and beg for mercy when struck by a wooden stake. I don't know why is it so effective, and I would give my left arm to find the answer to that mystery, but the truth remains that nevertheless vampires are very sensitive to fresh herbs, plants and woods. From Facing the Shadows, Here and How and Why, by Usher Taltree, Primate of St. Paul. Okay, that's interesting how they conflate, because to be honest, I don't really know the real-life source of the folkloric idea that you have to pierce a vampire's heart with wood, specifically. Like, why is it wood? Why does it have to be a wooden stake? I don't know. But presumably it has something to do with mystical properties of certain types of trees, because originally wasn't it supposed to be a specific type of wood? Like, what is it called in English? I don't know, but I think it was a specific type of tree, right? Specific type of wood, not any kind of wood. Yeah, but generally speaking, I feel lost because the enemies in the other districts seem too strong for me, and the boss.
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Any news about my operation?
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
And the boss in the morgue seems too strong as well, so generally I feel trapped, you know? I don't know what to do, really.
Fear and disgust on every street corner. The
Good evening, Dr. Tippets.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
So, again, I don't like this. Like, if I have to cover her for him, then I guess he might as well stay at the hospital and be useful for something. But I would prefer for the matter to be solved through official channels. Maybe I can...
Goodbye, Dr. Tippets.
Maybe I can rat him out to Dr. Swansea later when I talk with him. But for now, I just don't know what to do. Because I don't feel strong enough to fight the vampire in the morgue. But it seems to be the only way I'm supposed to do at this point. So, can I upgrade this? No. I guess I could upgrade the healing. But that's not that significant of an upgrade. And I could also upgrade my overall health, I guess. Or I could choose a different ability, but it seems to me it's better to specialize in a couple rather than spread out, especially with such a limited amount of experience that I have, because I'm not killing people, you know, not killing civilians and draining them. Okay, I guess let's go into more health. Oh, I can't because I don't have enough level. Okay, so overall, this is all pointless. Like, look, level 8. I'm level 4 currently. Level 6. Level 5 required. I can't do shit, to be honest. Like, I guess I could buy the blood spear. But I'm not sure how effective that will be compared to the shadow thingamajig. Well, let's buy it. It's not like I have much of a choice with regards to what to do with my experience. Because most of those are locked through level. Sure. No. He didn't want to do that. Oh, I can reset skills as well, but I don't want to do that yet. Because it said costs 0 XP, so I guess it will exponentially get more costly to reset my skills, and I would rather save save that opportunity for later. Okay, this gives me 3 sodium hypochlorite solution, so let's dissolve that, I guess. Oh, this gives me 5, so that should be enough for 1 of those cures, right? Can I upgrade this, maybe? Not quite. Okay, but I can create one of those, right? Oh. It only takes 2 sodium hypochlorite solutions. So let's create 4, I guess, because there are multiple people that are fatigued, even around this hospital. Let's also change my weapon, I guess. See how the other melee weapon fares. Like, let's put this here, I guess. And what's the switch for the melee weapon again? Switch melee Z. Okay. And now, what are the fatigued people? This guy, Clay Cox, and there were a couple in the other district, right? This guy. But I would have to go back there, which I guess I might be able to. I'm not sure. Which are the dogs? How would I get back there if I wanted to? I would have to go through here, which I may be able to do that. I will try fighting the thingamajig again. The boss. But if I die a couple of times, I will try going to the different district after all, and get some more experience. For now, let me help this guy.
It's locked, all right.
How long's it going to take to fix me properly? A month? A year? You have the right to disapprove of our methods, and you will kindly apologize when you're feeling better.
Can I resolve this?
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
I guess not yet.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland. Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
No.
And goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
I wanted to talk to you.
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Any news about my operation?
Well, apparently not.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick.
I will not let you down, my boy. Good evening, sir.
Okay, let's help him.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
Press E to check the medical status. Healing a citizen will increase his blood quality and will reward you with XP. The health status of the district will also improve. Okay. So let's give this to him. How do I do that?
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have my gratitude for that.
Okay.
Do you need any help?
Thank you, Dr. Reed, but you've done enough already. The rest is up to me now.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
I'm all right.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Okay, so let's heal Cox as well.
With you at our side, Dr. Reed, I know that Pembroke will prevail and survive this epidemic.
Hey, Doc.
You're lucky to be alive, Mr. Cox. I hope you're starting to take better care of yourself.
This place is full of sickness and decay. How could I get better in such a dump?
Consider yourself lucky that I'm treating all of my patients equally. But don't push your luck.
Don't play the innocent with me. I'm sure you have good reasons to act this way. And also weaknesses that can be exploited.
Okay, he really tries to sort of convince me to kill him for experience. Like, there's literally nothing redeeming about him so far. And I might actually be doing the community a service, because he's a murderer at least twice over, and presumably more. Nah, I'll think about it a little more.
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
When I get back, I'll have a word with Tom. He's really pissed me off this
time. Okay, I will go and fight the guy in the morgue, see if I can defeat him. I kind of doubt that, but I will give it a couple of tries. And if I can't, then I will try getting back to the dogs. Okay, I don't think it's this way. Though maybe it is. I guess it is. Because this goes to the basement, right? Yeah. Okay, so I feel like this episode has been long enough, so I'm going to pause it here. And next time I'll try fighting the boss a couple of times, and if I keep dying, then I will search for other ways to gain experience in the meantime. But for now, that's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.